Right, let's get into Bellew of the Week for episode 473. There's courtesy of Danny Young. There's Dangerous Dave out in action again. Last night he's enjoying himself, reading the scorecards, Andy, like no one else can.
Yep, the time has come, Steve.
How do you know he even got the scorecards right? You couldn't really believe anything this fella says. Was it really 115, 113 to Bivol?
Well, he just got back for fucking Canada, mate, so I don't know. Possibly, maybe he just got handed them and he just walked on the line and announced the decision, because I just got back from Mongolia 2 minutes ago as well.
Someone better double check them scores.
He went to Canada between rounds, didn't he? Get back there.
You're a cynical man, Stephen.
Oh dear. Anyway, moving on. Here's the Quote. Clarissa the Quote Shields. Love a bit of Quote action for this Bellew of the Week. She says, "Lol, some of these boxing networks be blatantly hating on me. Try and not acknowledge me when I've literally broken records in the amateurs plus the pros. And let's not forget I'm a better boxer than all of the female boxers." No pun intended.
No pun in there either.
What pun?
No pun given.
Yeah. Big Punisher, Clarissa Shields.
Not really sure what the Quote's on about there, but anyway, we shall indulge in nonetheless. Boxing Connected has been given his opinions on boxing action. He said the real GOAT, Tyson Fury, would have smoked Mohammed Ale, Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, etc. You name it, you spell it, it would have smoked them all.
Somebody's smoking them all.
That's not Agent Low, is it?
Orlando Roas says, "Were you spelling bee champion?"
Fury, that guy.
Oh dear, Boxing Connected. Talking to Isaac, he's been in action this week. He's been shouting out. Wooj nominated him for Bellew of the Week. He said, "Frank Warren TV, I stilling waiting on this rematch WBC Morrow. Fans want it. I defo want it. Do yous want it?"
We definitely want it. We 100% want it.
He got absolutely handled.
Yeah, I can say.
I mean, what's going on here? I mean, seriously, he got totally fucking ruined badly. And it was no Victor Loughlin was kind of slowing the stoppage, admiring the shots.
He got battered that badly. He was spelling properly for a week.
You ever wonder if guys like this, if they use speech to text and they look at it and they say, "That's not right," and they go and erase it and to change it to all this bullshit?
Oh, good old Isaac. Nomination for him. Tommy Fury nomination. "We don't care about the money. I slept on in a boiler room and never took a pound off Tyson's," says Tommy Fury. Oh, look at that little photoshopped image there as well, Andy. He's looking well on the photo, isn't he, there in the sun?
Aye, I suppose. I mean, his eyebrows are looking braw, mind you, I must admit.
They trusted him around the pipes, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well.
Best eyebrows in boxing since Victor Ortiz, then.
Full Tour Sports Stories. Tony Bellew explains what happened when he bumped into Jake Paul. "Just leave him alone, Rob. He just wants to come back and fight his hated enemy, Jake Paul, in a money-spinning showdown."
He tweeted as well. He tweeted as well that apparently Jake Paul walked up to him last week.
Jake Paul was calling him Tony Bellew and all, wasn't he? He's calling him Tony Bellew like Tyan Boots. He's like, "Who? Tony Bellew? Who is this guy? Oh, what? He was in a movie? Don't forget about who I am, mates. Okay? You fight fighters who are not fighters, mate. I fight real champions like Makabu for vacant titles, mate. I've beaten Nathan Cleverly, mates. Okay? So just want to be left alone with my wife and kids, mates, okay?"
I've gone 12 rounds with Isaac Chilemba twice. You haven't.
Well, let's see Jake Paul beat Isaac Chilemba.
Exactly.
Twice.
Let's see who beats Isaac Chilemba. Here's the Quote. "Lol, you're funny. Did you all like my punches or slippers better today? I really enjoyed the open workout. Rob there, and not you, Rob, but this other Rob was pointing to the fact Bean was liking the slippers, no doubt."
I was waiting for someone to come up and ask her, "Could you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?"
For some real reason, it looks like Shane Mosley's transforming into Ronald McDonald.
How do you look like fucking Snuffleupagus and Big Bird at the same time? There you go.
Big Bird out of costume, says Albert Ross. Brutal on the Quote. We love a bit of the Quote here. Brutalmente honesto. A couple of videos as well. First of all, Spencer Oliver here and Matty. struggling to work out light heavyweight.
Difference to go from welterweight to where he's fighting.
Welterweight is at 147.
So what will he be at now?
And he's up at light heavyweight, which is, what is that, 168, I think.
Yeah, Spencer, just say anything he wouldn't know.
Former pro Spencer.
Fucking hell.
Jim White. Jim Shite, as we call him.
Good old Jim Shite. Arthur Dane has nominated Boxing News for introducing our latest cover story, #Taylor Serrano, the story of a fight that made an immediate mark in history. Women's boxing on the front of Boxing News, Matty, nominated for Bellew of the Week. He obviously doesn't listen to Chicks with Dig, Brian King.
They're nominated because they called it Fight of the Century.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the atmosphere and all that is incredible, but that's a little bit of a leap. It was an incredible event, but yeah, you can't get into this kind of hyperbole. Like, I love the fight. I love the atmosphere. But even as, the biggest fan of women's boxing on this podcast, Steve, I'm more inclined to watch Juan Manuel Marquez against Juan Diaz. That'd be on repeat more often for me.
Bunch of haters out there hating on the fight of the century. Me and Amanda Serrano, seven-figure Taylor getting that guapio. Jake Paul, holler at your girl.
Her voice was so up and down all over the place. I had to send a voice clip to Rob over the weekend. It was particularly
I thought it was me
bad.
for the first fucking 20 seconds. I was like, I don't remember saying that. That's hilarious. Fucking see, she was in the dressing room with Canelo as well. And she with her fucking shoulder pad jacket. God help, I'm never going to be able to walk Ireland again. Like, am I? She was in there. I was in the dressing room just giving Canelo a bit of a hype up before the fight. I was saying to him, come on, Canelo, don't let him come, just get the payday. Yeah. We were laughing, me and Eddie. Oh, Brian Peters trying to get in. They weren't letting him in. The mariachi band had him outside.
She was on the telly last night, actually. She sounded exactly like that.
Well, she might have been hanging around. She might have been hanging around there, Rob, with Frank Smith, the little fat guy. He's getting in with Bivol. Best mates.
Eddie, man. Eddie this week. I haven't listened to it. Hey, Rebecca Frank. Well, I've got Canelo and I've got AJ. You got him up Schitt's Creek, the two of them. But at the moment, because that's where they are, especially if they're taking those rematches. So he said, he had to make a decision. Get a life to me, first of all, for remembering this. But he said he had to make a decision during the week and appoint Frank Smith, because they're both under the zone. Appoint Frank Smith as Bivol's promoter. And, Bivol accepted that this is business. And, of course, me and Canelo are very close friends. He said that with a straight face. Him and Canelo are very close friends. Will you piss off, man? Will you? Very close friends. Your promoter.
He's a fucking crawler, man. That's what he is. He's a crawler.
The fella who labelled him, get a life, me. Fucking get a life remembering this. Labelled him, it wasn't it Radio Raheem that he said to him, he will be forever known as a drug chief. Yeah. His friend. Drug chief friend.
And what's he got now? He's actually got a fucking picture of him and Eddie cuddling on his mantelpiece in his house. Like a lovesick puppy.
Pathetic. Even an Ed.
He's an Ed. By the way,
raging, man, he's raging.
Of course he's raging. And I want to tell you another thing why he's raging, just when we're nominating Eddie there, Rob, is Bivol, right? He's had some shit off the Klitschko's going into this fight because he's Russian and all the situation there in Ukraine and that. Totally different situation. Bivol's walking in there. He doesn't care what he's going to get. And he says right after the fucking fight, walking past Eddie, he says, Eddie, sorry I broke your plans. So Bivol getting it right off the head as well.
Get it around you.
Even Ed.
Talking of broken plans, you have to laugh at Cougs in his attempt to disassociate IFL TV from MTK by peeling their logo off his mic. That will do the trick, mate.
That's poverty, eh? That's poverty. I mean, the amount of money, they must have something to replace that.
Maybe he's not able to spring for a new microphone right now, Steve. Did you ever think of that?
Oh, sorry, aye. A bit dry to do these days, mate.
Might have spent it all on the clothing, buddy, Andy, sorry. like the cat.
Fucking hell.
He looks well, doesn't he, man? Look at the chain.
He spray painted their fucking jeans on, man. Let's stay them. What a muppet.
Tie-dye jeans from the Gad.
Fucking hell. Tie-dye. What a muppet, eh? What's with the chain? Is that his choke chain?
Look at the chain belt as well. Like, what's that? Like,
choke chain.
When you can't decide if you want to go out on a night on the town or sell your ass
No,
behind the gay
no.
bar.
Yeezy, no, that's what Yeezy's to kind of catch his victims. The chain.
Here, Andy, here's
Yeah,
one
it's
for
It's a
you.
talking point. It's a talking point.
Do you remember this fella? He's turned up again. Look,
Oh, no.
Joe Kennedy, for once, Fundora, not the biggest freak in a photo. It's your mate again.
Jesus Christ.
Look how well him, isn't he?
Look, I can't get a Fundora, but how the hell is he a legit contender in boxing? Look at him. Look at him.
Fundora looks like a computer hacker or something, doesn't he?
What's that nerd? Jesus Christ, look at him. Look at the guys. Look at the guys he's got. The jeans.
Looks like
Look at how
fucking.
long his legs are.
Look at the legs.
Like step ladders.
Looks like they're doing casting for a new edition of the Munsters.
Looks like they're doing casting for something, all right.
That guy's really a fighter.
Oh,
Talking about monstrosities, man. Look at the fucking belts in the background there. Fuck's sake.
I know,
We're
yeah.
pish.
That's all those
Honestly.
stupid WBC belts, isn't it?
Look at the size of him.
Looks like they're pitching a hybrid show of fucking Teen Wolf meets Rush Hour or something. On it, like a weird buddy cop movie.
Didn't they do a belt for last night's show, Andy? WBC. Surprised they didn't. You know when those daft belts?
Oh,
that
it was Panama's chance to get some money.
Oh,
Money,
no.
money,
Yes,
money,
of
money,
course,
money,
of
money,
course,
money.
I think they're actually planning on maybe just reversing races in Game of Death, and Fundora is going to be playing the role of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Just talk about that, by the
Brutal Mente Gigante.
By the way, I seen fucking Mendoza standing next to Bivol last night after I got a decision. Face, quite straight. The imagine if that was Canelo, man, he'd be a fucking cheesy like Chris
I
Boyd,
know, yeah.
possibly, man.
All that's missing, Andy, was Don King running over Canelo with a pair of Russian flags. Surprised that he didn't do that.
Well, Frank Smith did it for him, did they know? Well,
those little Russian flags on sticks.
They didn't do the Russian anthem before the fight. I noticed that.
Frank Smith had a little Russian hat on him and all, didn't he, afterwards over with Bivol?
Bivol should have gone full heel and pulled the flag out. Keyshawn Davis says, can you all say I'm the best prospect or you all need me to keep showing you all I am? Rick Glazer jumped in. Keyshawn, you can and will be a great fighter. All the earmarks are there. But you need a new hairstylist. Your hair is a mess. Hashtag boxing.
So are your accounts, pal.
So his associates. They're fucking made a mess in fucking somebody's hair, I'll tell you that.
I would like to see what would happen if Keyshawn and Isaac Lowe work together on a book.
That could be interesting, Matty. Gavin Stevens might nominate it for Bellew of the Week, but there you go.
It's going to be called Y'all Must Have Forget.
Oh dear. Well, here's the next one coming up.
Oh no!
Right now.
Is this is the
no,
right? Okay.
No, I clarified this with Iron Fisted Champion. I said, look, I need to put this through the filter. We're gonna have to have a filter here. This is Weber, Ian Weber 78. He said, Laura Woods, seems like these are all the rage at the moment, so I've done one of you. She did tweet him back and said, really exceptional, mate. And a little clapping hands. It does look like her, to be fair, Andy.
Right, yeah, well, okay. But I just want a full disclaimer here. Who is this person? Hey, there's no illnesses involved, is there? There's nothing like that. There's nothing terminal going on. Please tell me.
This
before I answer anything else.
This child?
I thought it looked like. I thought it looked like Shannon Courtney when someone's talking about Ebony Bridges. Look at the green eyes and all. She's
oh, that's right. She's got green eyes and then 1 minute and blonde hair the next, isn't she? Snapchat.
Someone says, isn't that Frank Maloney?
Looks like me like Desperate Dan's fucking offspring, man, with that chin. Look at it. Like
some jawline there, all right, isn't it?
Fuck me, man.
I know who it is. It's Michelle Joy Phelps.
That's not nice to dead name Kelly like that. How rude.
Smiddle was talking about her the day.
I love that she fucking tweeted her back, by the way. That's fucking amazing. Fair play to her.
Oh, good old Laura Woods.
Hanging on the wall.
Hanging on the wall. with all the others. Mike Coppinger says that Demetrius Andrade, Zach Parker bout was set for May the 21st, but it's been postponed due to an injury. Nothing to do with flagging ticket sales. It's an injury. Idris Virgo, Rob, says, I'll step in. What do you reckon? Pride Park in front of the thousands of people? Get him in.
Thousands of people.
To have it at the fucking Hacienda in the Love Island. That's about as fucking much hope as he has of getting that fight to get back on Love Island. Don't want that smoke with Boo Boo, does he? That'd be one from LB, wouldn't it? She'd like that, wouldn't she?
That's a classic Boo Boo defense, though, isn't it? That against Virgo.
The thing is, he's a free agent after this fight, is he? No?
Yeah, that's where he's on. He's on free agent British opponents now. He doesn't even have Eddie Hearn British opponents. He just has to go get his own. Like,
so
no, he's going to leave the zone now, isn't he, and get all the big fights? Isn't that the way it works? Hey, the zone pays them the money, and then
I doubt that. But Bevo fucked Eddie's plans, and he's stuck with Demetrius Andrade for another couple months. Shit's rough at the Hearn house.
Good evening, Edward. How are we doing?
Look at Canelo. Right in the
no
belly.
more payday. No more payday. Yeah.
By the way, can I just say I was quite happy that Eddie wasn't in camera view yesterday at ringside. Those 4 lovely young ladies sitting there was far better view than some Botox fucking sex doll.
Well, they weren't watching the fight anyway, were they?
Calm down, Colonel Bob Sheridan.
Never saw a fucking punch thrown, did it? Talking to each other the whole night.
Exactly. They were
waffling.
They were too busy on their IGs or whatever, eh?
Here we are. If Eddie needs his ring cleaned anyway, he's got everything boxing. He said this man got his opportunity because Matchroom delivered it to him. Something the PBC couldn't do for their guys and Top Rank couldn't do for theirs.
He just fucking fought a PBC fighter, didn't he? Fucking fight Plant in the fight beforehand.
In an undisputed fight.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I don't know if anybody's seen it yesterday, but he iced Tommy on something to do on Twitter yesterday. I forget what was said, but he fucking got, I mean, Tommy got at it yesterday, so didn't end too well, I don't think. But I don't know what to say about this kid at all, man. He's just wanting Eddie for a retweet, I think, isn't it, at this point?
Oh, yeah. John O'Donovan's nominating. Go on, Matty.
I'll tell you who I feel bad for is all the people who invested in DAZN and all this. Like, in the next coming months, if this trend keeps up, we're going to have to play a game when it comes to all those big investors, and it's going to be autoerotic asphyxiation or suicide.
Hang in there. John Rivers was one that was fucking. What the fuck was I going to say? It's gone over my head. Probably John Rivers' one as well, that one.
Don't leave us hanging.
Go on, Rob. You can do it.
No, I can't think of it.
No, it's not there. It's not there. Maybe this will refresh your memory. Arthur Dane, one of the reasons the Americans sanctioned Daniel Kinahan, Lee Wiley. Here he is, expert analysis. Canelo on points. But don't be surprised if he puts Bivol away. Bivol offers very little once you get past his jab. He's also straight-backed and vulnerable to overhands. Canelo is A+ at selling something low, only to come up top. Steady body work might lead to a stoppage too. All right, then. Thanks for that, Lee.
Fuck off, man, will you?
He's covering some bases there, though, at the same time, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, man.
Andrew analysis laptop.
He's covering some bases for a fella who's never watched Bivol before, isn't he?
He
doesn't fight like that at all, like, does he?
I think did Canelo even land one meaningful body shot in that entire fight?
Not many. A few shoe shiners. That was about it.
But nothing that was like deemed to be like fucking crunching to back him up or hurt him or get him to think twice about fucking even letting his hands go, just like cover up the nothing.
No. Yeah, well, Canelo, 31, might be heading for a midlife crisis, Andy. He might get a tattoo on his leg, perhaps. Like this one of the Gypsy King, or is it Tom Little? I'm not really sure.
Looks like Alan Babbage. Jesus.
What would it be like if Tyson Fury was a character on the Coneheads? That's what I want. You give it to me.
He's even got the thinning hairline and all.
Look at the crown on top of as well. Jesus Christ. I mean, fair play and all, like, but you fucking hell, like, can nobody draw boxers? Like, what is it like?
I'll tell you what, that broken heart underneath, it's pretty fucking poetic.
Is that Prison Ink?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's be careful here. Let's be careful.
Yeah, exactly. That looks well, actually. I think that looks quite nice.
Yes, it's a bit of him. What's the problem with this?
Beautiful shadowing.
Looks good. That looks good. Right. Final one I've got is a video, no less. This one is from a while ago. I remember playing it many moons ago, but it seems to have resurfaced on social media. Floyd, Anthony Joshua, meeting the fans. Poor old Floyd. No one's really too interested in him.
Yeah, where was all this? Good man. Wait. Help me. There we go. Which one we looking at that one?
Floyd looks like she wants to die, man. He's just see it
I like that's
right
condensed
at you.
into a 2-minute clip or whatever. It's hard to watch. Imagine he had to sit through that for about an hour and a half, probably, like when it was all unfolded.
He looks so sad that even a mill at Manjaro's wouldn't cheer him up.
Just dying to go to Manjaro's when that was happening, wasn't he? Shit, that's what he was
Albert
thinking.
Ross just said that he feels bad for Floyd.
He went straight from that to go film that fucking advert for the windows. Like, it was a bad day in the warehouse that day.
Throwing himself out a window, the poor fella.
Window of the great room. Out of it.
No wonder he's spending all his time in the metaverse now, Rob.
Metaverse.
It's easier to
Everybody's
breathe
his
in real
friend in the
life.
metaverse, man.
He can
Did
hug all the
anybody-
skeletons he wants.
Did anybody win one of the supercars that he was giving away for free that they knew how to enter for the
I
fucking
don't
know.
prize raffle? Exactly.
It was too complicated, Andy. No one could follow the rules.
Nobody could figure it out, Jay. The car's just sitting in the garage again.
Probably waiting to be impounded by the US government for fucking back taxes.
Well, they're doing a lot of impounding these days.
I just think that Floyd needs to reinvent himself, and he might need to go with the Tyson method and try smoking toad venom and starting a marijuana brand.
Has he not reinvented himself though now? Like he's an NFT hawker now, isn't he? Like once great fighter, now fights in exhibitions.
I don't know if an NFT grift and a new hairline a new man makes, Rob.
I think he misunderstood that everybody loved the Ric Flair. Everybody either loved or hated the Ric Flair-esque type persona when he was an active fighter and he was one of the great champions doing his thing. But the shtick is old when you're just an old retired dude running around talking about making smart investments, throwing bags of money around the place, on your fucking sliders,
irrelevant
out in Dubai
to
and
the
all.
youth.
Yeah, trying to like stay plugged into the youth and all going around with your money. It's just pathetic, man. It's just fucking.
He's
like,
at
go retire, like.
He's at that age where he has to decide if he wants to look weird while hitting on like 25-year-olds until one is all into it, or if he just wants to go and nail as many MILFs and 40-year-old women as he possibly can.
No, I think he's got a selection, hasn't he? He has a. I don't think he does, but yeah, well, like as he should, like, but still, just tone it down, like on the fucking social media, like and all that, like with the fucking crazy NFTs and the Lamborghinis.
Is he still doing that?
Oh yeah,
that's
at Vegas.
Still got that. You see him on IG.
That's a bit out of town in Vegas, though. I heard.
I bet it is. Can't just imagine the fucking debauchery that goes on that place.
No buses after midnight, Rob.
Yeah, I think it's a bit difficult to get to. I think.
Season tickets only.
Right, that's all the ones that I've got. Andy, any from you, please?
Not much, mate, to be honest with you. I did see something during the week there about Gino Maidana. I don't know if he's at an event in America or whatever. Anyway, he was getting filmed. I remember his team actually showed his Mayweather's tooth that he actually picked up when he got knocked out. When he got knocked out. He's actually got an appendant round about his neck. So he was just showing it off. Really like to look at that one. Obviously, the fucking Bivol after the fight, trolling Eddie, basically apologising. And then when Eddie walked up to him saying congratulations, he says you could just see in his eyes that he didn't really mean it. The fucking camera cuts to Eddie, who's sitting there like he's just been fucking had his arse felt off somebody, So fucking quality that one. Probably one for Canelo, basically, for just getting a bit buying into his own hype, I think, I suppose. thought he could step up one. Fair play for step up again. Actually, top 2 division, but again, it's just maybe the ego just got a wee bit too much, and it's been humbled basically. So one for Canelo.
Joke's on us. He still owed 9 figures.
Well, I suppose.
Good luck cashing that in. Any from you, Matty, nominations?
Man, I think you'd be remiss if you didn't nominate all of the judges in the Canelo Bivol fight who had identical scorecards, all turning in the first 4 rounds for Canelo. It defies just anything that is on the up and up. I think you have to put him in for pure fuckery.
Well said, Matty. I can endorse that. Rob, any nominations from you? Episode 473.
Yeah, who was the guy? Was it one of the boxing writers? I'm sure it's the guy from the ring. He used to tell me the name, but after
Tom Gray.
Yeah, was it him where he said that Canelo took defeat graciously, and that's how you take defeat. You don't say you had a heavy costume or your arms were weak or whatever, like referring to Wilder and all. Like, and I just thought, like, what the fuck are you bringing Wilder into this for? There's enough of that shit, like on Twitter, just bringing up. Do you know what I mean? Both sides of that shitty fucking debate, like, and he's stirring it up there, like, just let a fucking fighter have his moment, like. And anyway, Canelo then turned his fucking back around about half an hour later and said, "No, well, I thought I won the fight anyway." So
he thought it was close till he won the fight.
Yeah. So he walked it back anyway. Like, so I just thought that was a stupid statement to make. Like, why are you bringing Wilder into a fall? Like, we've all rightly lambasted Wilder over the years for his mad comments. Started off with the brilliant shit and the conspiracy and the big mad video and all, like, but. He took his licks the last time. What are you bringing that up for? Like, it's just fucking nothing to do with Canelo, is it? Like,
well said, Rob. Let's go over them. All the ones that the boys have nominated there. Plus, we had Diamante, just for being Diamante. We love a bit of him. Quote as well for her. No pun intended, no pun given. Boxing Connected for his spelling. Isaac Warrior Low for the very same. Tommy Fury was thrown in as well. Bellew is running after these paydays against Jake Paul. We've got the quote again. We've got the fight of the century. We've got Frank Smith, Eddie, and Associated. No more MTK stickers, unfortunately, but the guard's still hanging around. We had him, Fundora, and his mate getting nominated there. Rick Glazer for Keyshawn. Drawings of Laura Woods. We had Demetrius Andrade, Idris Virgo. Everything Boxing for ring licking. Lee Wiley for his analysis. Tyson Fury, allegedly, on a tattoo. Floyd being rejected, and Spencer Oliver getting confused over weights. Quite the selection here, Rob. Who are you going for?
My one is fucking brilliant, but that was ages ago. Like, as I remember that at the time, but it was good that they've highlighted it and repackaged it. Fucking brilliant. But it has to be Eddie for me, man, saying that Canelo is his friend, close personal friend. That's why he had to take his side. And no, Frank Smith, you go fucking work with Bivol, man. We're getting this decision. He's going to get the shit kicked out of him in body sparring this week, isn't he? Eddie's going to be raging. He's going to be hammering Frank Smith around. His Russian hat to be flying all over the gym.
Wee fat boy's going to get smashed up.
Oh, little fat kings are according to Frank, not us.
Brilliant.
Evening, Ed. So yeah, it has to be Eddie for me for that one. Canelo's my mate. He's not your mate, man. You're not mates with Canelo. Like, just fucking chill the fuck out. AJ is your mate, maybe. But even this new version of it, oh yeah, legs are shaky, Adam. Speaking of, well, we won't even go there with him.
Considering how much money's out there, maybe he means he mated with Canelo, like he had to
Isn't there talks now that AJ is going to ditch the zone, even though he's going to stay with Matchroom, he's going to ditch the zone and stay with Sky Sports and Ben Shalom and the great bunch of lads on Sky.
Ethan Ed.
Edward
John Hill.
So that's your mate. Your mate is AJ. You're not mates with Canelo.
Nomination from Rob for Eddie. I'm going for the judges. Matty, you've reminded me. You have brought back the rage I was showing 2.5 hours ago. So it's the judges for me, Matty. Who are you going for?
I guess I'm going to go with the judges as well there too, since I'll go with the public push.
The public push, 2 for the corrupt judges, 1 for Eddie. It's all resting on your shoulders, Andrew.
Well, I really want to put Eddie into this one as well again, mate, because one thing I forgot to mention was Eddie's comments. Apparently, Canelo approached him suggesting that maybe a heavyweight title fight against Alexander Usyk. Fuck me.
Yeah, Canelo said make it at 1 pound over 100, 1 pound under 200, and I'll fight him.
What is he talking about? What is he doing? Fucking
you want to get him killed? His friend.
He's like made millions in that World Boxing Super Series. He's fighting Joshua. He fought Joshua for fucking millions the fucking first time. Is he going to make mega millions the second time? What can you offer him that he maybe does? I mean, come on. Canelo fighting used to get heavyweight at 200 pounds. Fuck me, man. He's fucking annihilated. Annihilated. It's a fucking bigger version than anything he's ever fucking faced before. So I'm going to put Eddie up. So that's going to be a tie, mate. Sorry.
No, that's fine. No problem at all. We can throw out belts. It is boxing, Andy. We can make special belts for Eddie to ease his pain, and we can make belts for the judges as well. Here, in fact, let's celebrate with a bit of Eddie here, shall we?
So in 10 days' time, touch wood, DAZN have the entire roster of middleweight world champions. So people like Charlo, you've no fights for you. If you want to be a world middleweight champion, you better join DAZN ASAP.